She was beautiful, brave, and about to do the unthinkable. For her people, she would lie, spy, and even sacrifice the one thing she loved most. This is the story of Queen Moremi Ajasoro, a woman whose courage changed a kingdom and whose name nearly faded into silence. Long ago, in the ancient city of Ile-Ife, heart of the Yoruba civilization, peace was a fragile thing. The people were strong, the land fertile, and the culture rich. But raiders from the mysterious forest people constantly attacked, terrorizing villagers and stealing their freedom. They came dressed in leaves and bark, wild and strange. The warriors of Ile-Ife were helpless. Even the mighty king could not stop them. Then came a woman, not a warrior, not a priest, but a queen. And she said, "I have an idea." Moremi wasn't just any woman. She was fierce, wise, and politically smart. So she did what no one else could dare. She offered herself as a solution. She allowed herself to be captured by the raiders intentionally. They brought her into their forest kingdom. And instead of breaking, Moremi rose. Her beauty caught the eye of the king, and soon she became queen of the enemy. But don't worry, sis didn't forget where she came from. Moremi used her new status to uncover everything: their secrets, their battle plans, even how they made themselves look supernatural. Turns out, they weren't spirits, just ordinary men in leafy disguises, and their power was just fear. She sent word back to Ile-Ife, and when the next attack came, the warriors were ready. They burned the leaves, pierced the lies, and finally won. But victory came at a price. Before Moremi ever entered the enemy camp, she made a deal with the river god, a heroine. She said, "If I succeed, I will give you anything you ask for." Well, she succeeded, and the gods asked for her only son. She begged, prayed, cried, but in the end, she gave up. For her people, for the land, for freedom. And how did her people thank her? They mourned for a moment. They moved on. Moremi, the woman who sacrificed everything, was barely honored. No statues, no parade, just silence. It was centuries later that her name began to echo again. In legends, in poems, in monuments. Today, Moremi is remembered as a heroine of Yoruba land. Statues rise in her name. Her story is told in classrooms, But back then, she was just a woman who did what had to be done and paid the price. This isn't just history. It is a reminder that sometimes the greatest warriors are women. Sometimes queens fight with brains, not swords. And sometimes their reward is not applause, but impact. So next time someone questions your strength, tell them about Queen Moremi, the woman who played the enemy, saved a nation, and gave up everything. If this story moved you, subscribe to Echoes of Time Past. There are more voices like Moremi's, and we are bringing them back to life, one story at a time.